Right, good morning everyone. Now I've got a couple of things to sort out and these cards to make. Now Julie came down last night, loved everything I'd done, but then came up with a couple of ideas that I kind of like for saving space. Oh, I've got to fix that onto there. Because let me just glue this back onto the back of this. It came off. I think we dropped it on the floor. That's it. This was slightly too big for the room, so I'm going to have to make another one and cut it down. So I'm going to do that this morning. I've got some different tags I'm going to use for the paper that I found. I've got some pictures that I'm going to make up. The books are to make, and then she came up with this idea, which this was way too big for, you know, and it had to go that way because I've painted that side. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, which is what I like, what she suggested, I'm going to, don't know how, cut this, because yeah, the doors are going to go like that. I'm going to attach these doors onto here, so I need to paint that as well. See, like that. But I'm going to put a block down either side to extend that out to make it look like when it's open, like see, like that. So I'm not bothered about that being on the inside. I don't need to repaint it, I just need to do the doors, and I only did one side because I wasn't going to show that one. So I'm going to sort that out this morning, and it's going to look like, instead of having a full shed that size, that long, you know, like that, it's just going to be one that looks fake. No, it looks real, but it's fake. It's a fake thing. The doors will open like that, and I'll have things stood up against the wall here, and the tools and that in the shed. So that's all I need to do. So I'm going to make it look, it gives me more room in the garden. And I've done so many items for this project, I'm going to have to separate them. So Ray's doing, he's made me the box, but I'm going to put French doors in it. So he's going to remake another box, cut the hole out for the French doors that I'm going to make and show you how. My way. Easy way. And then you'll go out to another section, like the full size base of the unit I'm using. I'm going to have another one at the side, which will become the garden itself. So the shop will be here and the garden will be there. And then I will be selling it, so it will go up for sale, and it'll all get posted together. But you'll see what I mean, because we're just going to have to pack it in a bigger box and post it that way. But yeah, I like that idea. I think she's come up with a brilliant idea. Sometimes it takes other people to come up with you know, some ideas. So I'm going to do that next. But first of all, we're just going to, I hope you can see, I hope you can. We're just going to do these. Now I've got some white card, which I just have to make into, put these on. Now, cutting mat, what have I done with cutting? Oh, I know where it is. I've had to take that green one off, it's warped so badly. So I've got this one to cut on. But I don't need it just yet, because I want the cutting. Where's my cutter? Oh, you silly girl. I have to make some more bits and pieces as well. So, let's have a look. I hope my blades will do. Now, let's see. I don't want my cards any bigger than that, I don't think. I can cut them down. Yeah, my blades are bad. Ooh. Unfortunately. So just put that to one side. And all I'm going to do is just to if I do them at, let me do them at 2. If I do them at 2 inches, that should be plenty big enough when I fold them in half. And yeah, because this just has to, I'll cut them down if I need them smaller. That has to go on there like that. and then I just cut them down to size. So that's great. I'm happy with that. And like I was saying, now I've had lots of messages over these miniatures, and that people are trying them, or people have, you know, didn't realise how easy it was, and things only look hard because if you're not shown how to do it, they only look complicated. But I always try and do things the easy way, and then if I can achieve that, I'm going to cut that a little bit. If I can do it the easy way, then I'm going to share that with you to make sure you can as well. But like I said, I've always said the same thing. My father said when once to me, I always remember, I was sat watching him paint and I asked him how he did something, and he went, well, I'm going to show you the easy way. He said, most people will do it this way. And he showed me the way he was taught himself. But he found out that he could do the same, achieve the same result by doing it a different way, which was an easy way. You see, a lot of people craft or paint or whatever how they used to, and you don't have to. That's how people were taught. But you can get the same results by doing it slightly different, and you can. You do not need to make things complicated. Today there are easy ways to do it. And unfortunately, a lot of the... How can you put it without being... see, that's not straight. No, but I can do that. I'll cut that and then glue it. Oh. A lot of the people who teach things are all teach you the old way. And they don't make things easy at all for people. Where I can teach you how to do it an easy way, and you get the same result, if not better. And often you get better. So I'm happy to go ahead and teach. Now, another thing is, yes, my tutorials are actually taught in colleges and schools. And I've heard from teachers buy from me, students buy from me, and they always send me a message. Well, not always, but mostly send me messages to say they managed to teach one brilliant class because of what I did. I did it and showed them step by step. The kids were well engaged. They, you know, they were really, really interested. And once they found out they could do something, it changed them. In that class, I mean. So I was thrilled to bits. Because a lot of the time, when you get a child in a classroom that's misbehaving, they're not confident at all. They don't feel confident. The minute you get them to achieve something, it's like, whoa, whoa, and then let them feel they're in charge. Whoa, they're a different child. And I know that because I've worked in schools and I've worked with children. So here we go. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the edge of this just to put that good crease in it. Like that. And then I can put some of these on the deck, some of them on the shelving. I didn't cut that one. I thought that was big. Yeah. So I'm thrilled that my videos are actually used for teaching purposes in schools and colleges. Now, I've also had, God bless them, teenagers that have come up to me, you know, written to me and said they had an essay to do, not an essay, they had a whatchamacallit to do, you know, make something. So what they did was they checked out my site and they made, because they've been following me anyway, but they remembered something I made and they went and yeah, that's right way around, and they went and did the project themselves and handed it in. And if they didn't get top marks, they got very close to it, but it gave them the boost that they needed, because they didn't think it were possible but for the fact that they'd watched my videos, so that they were capable of doing whatever it is they had to do. And with the teachers being impressed, not with me, but with the finished project, thought it was clever, you know, whatever. And so they said, they subscribed to me, and then they said, it's just great because I'm doing art and design. And what better way to learn from somebody who does a step-by-step instruction. And it's boosted them no end. And I absolutely feel I am a softie at heart. I really am. And I want these kids to learn the best way they can, where they know they're gonna get results. And hey ho, that happened. So I was absolutely thrilled. Now, I'm just going to share, I've got these magnets. We're going to do something with the magnets at a stage. I've got some baskets to make, which I'm going to do now. That's my, you know, oh, do you know, that's what I wanted to do, put a bit of glue on that to hold that together. That's to make, I've got some bags to make to finish off. I've sold the bag shop. But I do, the lady knows I've got a couple of bags to make, so I will get on and get that done today, and then that can be shipped out to her. Now, oh, that's rubbish. Now, like I say, I sold the bag shop, I've sold the kitchen. The sewing room, I have reduced a little bit, but I can't reduce it anymore. I just can't. There was an awful lot of work went into that, and I'm not going to. That took me nearly 5 days to complete, and I'm talking all day long, and one, like I say, I crafted through the night. I'm not going to reduce it anymore, because I'm not. It's if I had to put the hours in and add that onto the what I'm charging, there'd be £300–500, well, even more. But I'm not going to do it. I just can't do it. I've done them at the best prices possible. Like I say, I put it up for 124. I think I've dropped it to 110, and that's it. I will not be doing it. So it's just for anybody knowing or asking, because people have said, "Oh, are you going to sell it? Are you going to drop it again?" No. Yes, I know, and you're going to say, "What? People asked you that?" Yes, they did. I was asked, "Am I going to drop the price on that again?" And I said, "No, I'm not." I put a lot of work into what I do, and many hours that I do not get paid for. And I am not, therefore, awful when I say no. It's as simple as that. So I do apologise. I have to keep writing notes to myself. So, I'm just going to pop these in here till they've dried properly. And then I can add them to the project. Now, another thing Julie said to me, which I do agree, I have to admit. She went, "It needs lightening up." I've got to do it. She said that I do agree with this when we put it, because what I did, I put the room out and I put everything in it, and it was too crammed. So I separated the garden stuff from the shop stuff, and this was too big. It was, and that really would look better in a sewing room. So that's another thing that we've had to do now. We've had to sort that out. So now I'm going to do this. Oh, and this was too big. Where's my pinky scissors? So I'm just going to cut it as is. Cut it down. Like that. That's better. See how it's fold, and that'll go on the deck. And then that one I'm not going to cut down because I have to make that thing. So, We'll put that in there with that. So now I've got to alter this. So, and I've got a roof to do. I need to cut it there. Okay. God. It's going to be hard, this. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it. Oh. There. I'm just going to have to do that. Yes! Got it. Bye-bye, birdie. We'll put it on something else. Right, so, oh, here we go. Now what I might do is just use some greens to colour this rather than paint it. Well, let's see what, yes, that'll do. It's just too much hard work. It all blends in. That's perfect. And I have to put a false, like I say, I've got to do a false thing on that. Now what I've got is, I was thinking of doing this with the balsa wood. Oh, come here. Yeah, it'll fit, I think. So, let me just get my cutting board. Well, I just need to cut it in half, mate. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 28. So that's 14. There. Some people keep asking me about the shop. Now, when you go onto the shop, if there is a search bar on there, they write me and ask me where so-and-so is in the shop, but you need to go on and use the search bar. Oh, I didn't know there was one there. Yes, there is. And I'm not being funny. It's just, please, my time's already taken up by doing what I'm doing and everything else I do. So, please, you search. If you're looking for certain things, type different words in that might come up. The Zibbit is quite temperamental, to be honest. So when you put in for it, and like I might put bucket, but if I've got buckets for sale and I put bucket in, it won't come up. If I put the S on the end, the plural, it will. It's crazy, I know. It's just not my fault. But I do know. Right, so now what I've got to do is to put that on there, because that's going to become... Why is one bigger than the other? See? I really... I know I sound awful, but I don't mean it. It's just... People can really do it themselves. But they'd rather have me do it. And I don't have the time. I'm sorry. Right, so I now have to fix... And I might just use the tacky glue, to be honest. And then... like that. Now, let me just work that out. Move it to the edge and move it down. Leave that to dry, and then I have to put the hinges onto there. Right, okay, so I'm going to leave that to dry. Yeah. Let me just make sure it's going to... And then paint that green. And that's kind of like give it depth when the doors are open. See, like that? Yeah. So I'm quite content with that. Now, remember the pots I did last night? I thought this was... I've got to paint them again to... so I'll do that next. But what a good idea. If I say so myself. What I love about crafting is that when you, because I've got an open mind, so, and I think outside the box, but when you do, there's no end to it. And it can sometimes, if it really takes hold of you like it does me, it can drive you crazy sometimes, because I'll wake up, I'll be dreaming of something and I think, oh yeah, I could do that, and it wakes me up and I have to go write it down. I just have to. Right, where's my little knob? Sorry, that's what it is. I'm just going to make some little, I want baskets for the top of the desk. So this is wire, covered wire. Right, so we're going to use this. And it's still warm, still flexible, a little bit bigger. You can make a series of them. You can make hanging baskets like that. Now, wouldn't that be good? Imagine. Do you know, I might make one now I've said it. Oh, these ideas keep flowing in my head. Not quite set, but no, that's fine. It's fine. Now, while it's still kind of warmish, just make it into a, see where it's split there? All you need, double glue, and push that back in. And if you push your thumb like that and pull it in, you can shape it, and that's it. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make that into a hanging basket. And then just let me clean this off. Right, I'm going to need a spike, which I have to use this because I can't find my prong. And we've got 3 tier. Now we must do 3 holes. So, wait a minute, let me get my needle, my big needle. I need some, I'm going to use a cream thread and do it this way, I think. I'm just going to try it this way. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I've just thought, no. I'm going to do it properly for you. 3, 6, 9. Oops, it's other way around. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 for that. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oops, 3 for that. 1, 2, 3. And then chain. I found my other battery, so I can now keep swapping and changing to keep these going. That's why I've been able to film longer videos this week, because I found the battery. It was under a piece of paper, would you believe it? And I've looked everywhere for it. Now I don't need that just yet. I want one more big ring for that, but for now, you'll see if I can find the right chain. Right, let me just see. So I'm going to have to cut these links exact. That should hang better. Yes, that's better. Now it hangs straight. So that's the first one done. Bit tedious, aren't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a mark where I want my things to be, because they have to be even. So I'm going to put one here there, there. Just do the same with this one. There, there, there. About even. If not, we can change it. So, there we go. Like that. No, what have I done wrong there? No, Fee. Come on, Fee. Right. Now, these have to be attached to this one. So, again, we have to open up this. They've got to be done from there. That's it. Oh, don't go off there. Not sure if you can see it. Hanging basket. Woohoo! Look at that. I'm thrilled. I get giddy, I'm sorry. Don't care. I don't care. Look at that. Hanging basket. And I think with, oh, we might as well fill it with flowers then, haven't we? We've got to do something, haven't we? If I've got enough flowers, we can fill it. Moss. We have to put our moss in, don't we? Okie dokie then. Right, I'm through with that. Right, so I've got some moss here. I just need to cut some bits. You just cut it like that. You don't want all that muck on it. We get rid of that. Let's see. Now, hang on, because I've got this arm sticking out, so I might as well make use of it. Where's my thread? Where's my... Yeah, I'll use a bit of this. I'm going to use a bit of this. Because I have to do it so that I can work on it. Right, I'm going to just try and help myself at the moment because it's really hard. I'm going to use a hook like that. Just try and straighten it. It's a wire, you see, but I need to help myself. Sorry if I'm being a pain in the backside a minute, but I do have to try. Sorry, I hope that's not in the way. Right, I've got my hook because it's going to be easier for me to work. Like that. Let me just see if I can fit that on there properly. Like that. See? Now, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. We'll move that camera back a bit. See? Can you see that? Hope so. So it's easier for me to work. Because it was driving me mad. So, what I'm going to do, pop a little bit of glue all over there. And pop that in there. Like that. Don't worry about any of this. We'll chop that off. Voila! Or voila, should I say. Okay. This is dried moss, proper moss. We cut off what we don't want. Just leave that to dry. And then we have a little bit at the top in the small basket. Let me just turn that around. I can put that in. Oh, that glue touched somewhere and it not touched normally. Right, see? Put that back, we don't need that bit. That one on top of my finger, that did that. Right, and we just trim off excess. Like that. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Ain't that cute? Come on, Fee, scruffy sod. Got glue everywhere. Right. There. So I had that's all the bin between my legs. Right, now we've got a little bit of fern left. We've got some of these little bobbly bits. So I'm just going to cut and poke that in there. Oh my word, that is just stunning. Now, when I do, the miniature I'm going to do is going to be the French cafe, and I'm going to have one of those. I have to have one of those in my shop, in the French cafe. I've got to, because it's beautiful. That hanging down, oh, brilliant. Definitely have to have one. Yeah, definitely. Have one in the French cafe. That is just, I'm just going to hit it with the glue thing. With the glue gun. Not with the glue gun. Isn't that good? That is just stunning. I'm going to have to take a photograph of it. Now, wait a minute, because I need my board. I hope that's helpful, and we're going to move on to the next stage after. I'll come back with, this is video 6, and there'll be video 7. So thanks for watching. Enjoy, try it, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now.